Hey, it's Jared and Brian from Sensible, Washington. Just coming back from a visit with the family down in Sensible, southeastern Washington. Here we have this Nectar Ales hemp ale. Pretty cool box. Pretty tasty.
Actually, really tasty. It's pretty good beer.
Okay, it's Jared and Brian in Sensible, Ellensburg. Be sure to check out Sensible, Kittitas County on Facebook and send an email to ellensburg@sensiblewashington.org if you're interested in helping out in the Ellensburg area. We have a couple things we wanted to point out. I was just stopping through Ellensburg. Thought I'd say hi to Brian and drop off a pile of t-shirts. Send an email to ellensburg@sensiblewashington.org if you want to meet up and talk about how you can volunteer. We have city level petitions coming up pretty soon, and these shirts would probably be great to wear when you're out there making it lowest enforcement priority in your city.
Definitely a good aspect. I mean, we were one of the few cities that were successful here last summer in actually adopting the collective gardens for cannabis patients. And, you know, there are ways of approaching your city hall. Get a hold of us. We can show you how to do it. We can tell you how the steps to take to start getting involved in your city government. I mean, not just in cannabis issues, but we should all still locally get involved for our own place, whether it be for our local school board, whether it be for the sewer drainage going into your downtown area. Get involved. Learn about your community.
Definitely. Yeah, I agree. I mean, at the city level, I encourage you to pay attention and learn as much as you can about what's happening and see what you think about it and voice your opinion. Here at Sensible, Washington, we want to remove all civil and criminal penalties for adult possession, consumption, cultivation, or distribution of cannabis in Washington State. And considering what happened with New Approach Washington recently, we've decided to go with these city-level petitions so activists can stay involved, stay in touch with the public, have a reason to be in contact with the public. And you can voice your opinion on what you think about No Approach Washington while working on these city-level petitions.
No Approach Washington, I mean, one aspect it does not approach is patients between the age of 18 to 21.
Right, with zero tolerance.
The zero tolerance aspect of their 5 nanogram per milliliter blood content of Delta-9 THC.
Right, if you're under the age of 21, it's not 5 nanograms, it's 0.00000.
What if you're a patient and you smoked last weekend so that you could get some sleep? Still in your system a couple days later.
What if you're trying to get your driver's license, you know,
yes,
and your parents are cannabis patients, and you're exposed to secondhand cannabis? You know, it's unfortunate.
Exactly.
If you're pulled over and the police feel like they want to check your blood, it's zero tolerance.
Exactly. You know, patient, non-patient, I mean, rights are being violated in that aspect. So, you know, that's the flaw with New Approach Washington. Not only that, but the taxation process. I've heard numbers as high as $39 a gram at these state-sponsored stores. But since that was written in, we've voted to disband state liquor stores. Ironic.
The taxes will happen at each step of the production process, of the distribution process, of the retail process. I mean, and the notion that they're going to keep medical separate from recreational is laughable. The idea that there's going to be a list of state employees who are qualified to inspect stores that sell cannabis is laughable. So we might get 1 ounce decrim with zero tolerance for under the age of 21 for driving, and 5 nanograms for over the age of 21 is still insanely low. It's absurdly low. I mean, 5 nanograms per milliliter is is outrageous that they propose that as a you're too stoned to drive at 5 nanograms per milliliter. I beg to differ.
It was already defeated once in the Colorado legislature.
Yeah.
I mean,
8 nanograms has been defeated and 5 nanograms is lower, so what were they thinking when they put this together? I don't know.
They were selling it because a DUI is much more profitable than a minor infraction of simple possession. If you're under an ounce, you used to get, what, a couple $100 fine and a day in jail? That mandatory day in jail?
Right now, it is possible. It's possible to get a marijuana DUI right now. It's also possible to fight it in court. After New Approach Washington succeeds, you will not be able to fight it in court. I mean, we're all 5 nanograms per milliliter all the time. Period. I mean, if you're in the cannabis community, you're 5 nanograms per milliliter. I'm sorry, you can't drive if they succeed. So, I mean, if you want to pass it, go ahead. Just, you better be prepared to take whatever steps are necessary afterwards to move us towards sane policy. I can't believe it was ever proposed. Yeah, most of the cannabis community did not volunteer for New Approach Washington. As you can see, they had difficulty recruiting volunteers to the point where they had to pay significantly large sums of money to people in order to get the signatures.
And they didn't care.
If you think about it, if money is used to create a law, I mean, versus a law that was created through volunteer power, which one is going to represent the people? I mean, honestly.
Volunteer power.
If you get a DUI, you're going to need special insurance afterward, right?
Yep.
And who's going to sell you I got a marijuana DUI, now I need special insurance? Probably some of the people who donated money to New Approach Washington. And so we're traveling through Washington. We stopped off in Ellensburg to talk to Brian, and we just wanted to emphasize that we're always recruiting, and we always need help to get the message of sensiblewashington.org. Send an email to ellensburg@sensiblewashington.org if you'd like to work with Brian to speak at a venue with the college or in the city or somewhere in the county. We can make it happen.
Definitely, there are opportunities here not only for public speaking engagements, but there are also local investment opportunities. The local city council is open to opportunities that will help boost local revenue.
Send an email to ellensburg@sensiblewashington.org for more information on how you can help cannabis in the Ellensburg, Kittitas County area.
As well as in your own community. I mean, we can show you how we did it here in Ellensburg. It's just a matter of getting involved.